know what today is. It is Buzy With B Mondays, the day that I'm always looking forward to. This is like my Friday, Thursday. So this just gives me so much joy. But today, I am joined in the studio by, I want him to introduce himself.
Nah, you got it.
All right. I'm joined in the studio by Mike Dangelo, guys. And if you don't know who he is legendary. That's what I'm going to say, because he says that about himself. That's how he claims himself, and I love it. But just a black brother doing his thing in the streets. Yeah. One thing he don't talk about a lot is his music. So he do music. He's a gun violence activist. So he does his thing in the streets. And guys, we gonna talk today. We gonna have fun. We gonna get to know him though. So what he don't know is I'm always trying to surprise the guests. So I actually sent in some pictures. I'm gonna have the producer to zoom in on some stuff, and I want you to actually talk about.
All right, straight up.
Oh, so my mic not working.
Straight up, mic going good.
So, so I'm gonna have him, just talk about some of the things that he's doing out there in the streets, all that good stuff. But before we do that, I actually just want to get to know him. So this is not his first time on the show. This is my first time actually being with him because when he came on, I was on paternity leave and I was not in the studio. So this is my first time, and I'm really getting to know the man behind the camera, not shy at all, really doing his thing. I got some videos I'm gonna show later. But before we go there, just give us a little background, where you from, all that good stuff.
I mean, shit, if y'all know by now, then you definitely sleep, man. Wake up, man.
Wake up.
I am Mike Dangelo, District of Columbia, Northeast section, neighborhood Edgewood. World connected like Wi-Fi and the unibrow throughout the whole, DMV area. Not only for, who I am as an artist, a recording artist, but a lot of philanthropy work that I do within a lot of communities that, surround us and across the country. It's Mike Dangelo. You should know by now, so.
Yeah. You should know, but there's some people don't know.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So one thing about the Buzy With B show is it's really about motivation, inspiration. One of the reasons why I even started this podcast, because I was tired of seeing a lot of my brothers and sisters being gunned down. And so I know God has spoken over me, right? Y'all, I'm so sorry. This is such an important call.
Okay,
Hold on, we gotta go to break real quick. PJ, give me 1 second. I had to take this call. I'm so sorry. This never happened before. Yes. Hello. So I could not miss that call, guys. Sometimes it be like that. Normally I have my phone on Do Not Disturb. However, I did not this time, so I had to take that call. And I'm back with Mike Dangelo. And I was just asking him some questions because I wanted to get to know the man.
Straight up.
And so with doing that is, what was some of your inspirations? Because like he said before we went to break, he do so many things in the community, and he all over the globe. Yeah. So if you don't know, now you know. He's on the Buzy With B show. I'm always hyped to have him. But
straight up,
again, the Buzy With B show is just about motivation, inspiration, straight up, the community. Straight up. So, what is some of your? Who was some of your influencers?
Man, to start off, like some of my influences came from like some of the strong people that was immediate around me, like my grandmother Rose. And then as far as like jumping into like the music atmosphere, you know, I came up listening to people like the Ice Cubes, Chuck D's, Tribe Called Quest, you know, just a lot of dope storytellers like Nas, Pacs, the Biggies, the Jay-Z's. So I pretty much just, you know, got the art of storytelling, telling my story from, you know, coming up, you know, just having that all around me. So I'm just like, I was like a melting pot, you know, everything that was around me, I pretty much became a sponge to. Mm-hmm. And then as far as the philanthropy, it wasn't something that I planned. It was just something that I just kind of fell into, and people put a tag on, put like, you know, people would throw a title on it. You know, I just feel like I'm just being myself for real, and trying to, you know, seek answers and help for the bigger picture, and that's the future leaders of tomorrow, which is the youth. So, you know, I got a platform that, you know, is picking up and, you know, got some nice attraction to it, some attention to it. So why not, you know, use my platform to raise awareness to issues such as gun violence, you know, and so many other issues, you feel me?
And I do have pictures and stuff of you. Yeah. But one thing I want to say is how I met you in the physical was I was so into Micaiah Wilson's story, and I would be always so grateful to her mom for just sharing on my show, giving me that love like that. Yeah. And that's how I met you. Yeah, you were out there doing your thing. I was out there doing my thing. Still a little shy, but when I got to watch you as just a black man, and I promise you, it was so inspirational. I was really at the beginning of doing my thing. Yeah, I remember and I was just like, look at him. He just, this is what he do. You took over the crowd. I was so inspired. Yeah. And I was, you know, here I am. I'm still pushing.
Well, look where you, you know, that's what being legendary is about. I can't be out here screaming, be legendary, and you know, trying to tell people, you know, be the best version of you and discover the legend that's living inside of you. Sometimes it takes other people to be around you that inspires you to, you know, search within yourself. So like you discovered it. Now your only objective should be sharing it with as many people as you can across the world. Don't limit yourself. Don't plateau. Just keep going up. Keep going forward. Making progression.
I love it. Yeah. One of the things that Mike do is he walked from D.C. to Philly. So he's been doing this since Micaiah passed away in 2018, and I want to say shout out to the Wilsons family. I will always just have that love, and that I literally got chills. And I mean, because that is just close to home. I didn't know Micaiah here, but she's left such an impact on the world, and her story is just all over the place. But one of the things you do is you walk from DC to Philly.
Yeah. I mean, what inspired the walk was, of course, 2018. Micaiah Wilson, you know, she lost her life to, you know, senseless gun violence, you know. Like so many other kids, the year after Karan Brown, this year, Devon McNeil, so many other kids, you know. And just recently, you know, of course you had a 5-year-old, just got shot.
He didn't die though, right? Yeah, he got great. Yeah. Thank God.
He still made contact with an innocent kid, you know. Yes. Also, right before that, you know, the young man Christopher Brown that got, you know, hit by a stray bullet. He lost his life at a, you know, block party that happened on the south side. So it's so much of it going on, not only in my city but across the, you know, the globe that, you know, being that I migrate and I travel a lot, you know, I take that same energy and that same message in these kids' legacies and lives, no matter where I go to walk. Of course, it's not going to stop gun violence. No. It's to use myself and sacrifice myself for a few days, because it always takes me to 3 to 4, you know, days to walk. But it's to sacrifice myself and use myself as a billboard to say, hey, look at me, and this is the message within this walk. It might be gun violence. It might be so many different issues that's detrimental to us. blacks as a whole.
Yeah.
I just use my platform as that. You feel me?
So I know you should tell me a story. Like, tell me something that happened. I know the first year I seen you all bandaged up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've heard stories how they stop you on the road.
Yeah.
I just really, because I think even me, I'm gonna use me for an example. When we hear, okay, walk from DC to Philly, we just think about the walk. We don't think about the story in between, right?
Oh yeah, right.
So
right.
I mean, you got people that's trying to stop you, you can't walk this way, you gotta take the long way, this, that, and the other. I mean, share some of those backstories, because it's truly a sacrifice.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
When I did it the first year, I never trained for it, I never prepared for it, or none of that. Like, it wasn't something that I can say I was an expert in. I was just figuring out how to deal with everything. People grieve different, and I guess that was my way of grieving, as far as, just going for it. I felt like it was just a long walk, so I wouldn't make any decisions based off of emotion, the wrong emotion at that.
Mm-hmm.
Something as, tragic as an innocent child being face to face and coming encounter with a speeding bullet, that's an unfair fight.
Yeah.
So how can I get out there and make, the world always remember that these people and these kids was just more than just a hashtag of a name that would be used of innocent victims, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
How can I tell you their stories? How can I open up the line of communication so we can have a comfortable conversation and then touch on those uncomfortable topics, you feel me? So it's like, I ain't gonna lie to you, it's bait. I bait people in just to say, hey, what are we gonna do about this? And do you know somebody that knows somebody? Everybody should be outraged. Don't not be active at a time like this. So the first year of the walk, it was kind of like I didn't really feel it like I had blisters and stuff on my feet, but it was more so like, I'm not gonna let you down. Every year I'm not gonna let Micaiah down. You feel me?
Right.
But then it's like it struck more kids and it just kept going and kept going. And mind you, I've been campaigning. It's just like once Micaiah let death happen, it was like it just put a big, like, hold on, this is my niece. I got to make the world feel it. So the second year was more so like, okay, Karan Brown got killed, and I saw the success that the first year of the walk made as far as bringing awareness. So, let me keep campaigning. Of course, it came with some doubters and some haters. Oh, he ain't walking and stuff like that. So I challenge people, like, get out there and just walk with me. I ain't about to go back and forth with you.
Right.
Put it to the test.
Right.
I did this 3 years straight. So the second year I'm walking, I'm crossing over into Delaware. And when I'm crossing over, like right before I get to the Delaware line, it was like pitch black dark. We passing through a Confederate neighborhood.
No.
It's pitch black dark. You can hear shotguns going off. You had a previously before I got to like fully cross over, pickup truck, of a couple Caucasians pulled up, a couple feet in front of us, stopped, rolled the window down, called us niggas, then took off. So it was like, I'm coming face to face and encountering these issues, and I'm not going to let this disturb the message. I'm not going to let this disturb the walk, so I'm going to keep walking. With that momentum, I'm forgetting that it's pitch black dark. I need to watch where I'm stepping. Mm-hmm. So I fall into like this deep pothole, mess my ankle up, you feel me? And that's the picture that you see from last year with me bandaged up and, got the towel tied around me. It was like some real on-spot, last-minute hood first aid type
of... We from the trenches.
Yeah,
we gotta make it do what it do.
The importance of the pair of shoes and New Balance that I wear every year is that's the shoe that Micaiah was killed in. She was killed in a pair of New Balances. So, I walk to bring a New Balance, and that's probably the number one shoe company that's, signifies with our city.
Exactly. Are they sponsoring you though? Shout out to New Balance.
Man, New Balance, shout out to them. Shout out to New Balance. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like, I'm going to be honest, man. I don't know how much life I got left, so I might as well just say it, man. Get active. I walked from Washington, D.C. to Philadelphia in an iconic shoe on Black History.
Yeah.
I raised awareness. I took this message worldwide. This small city within it, this problem that's growing at an alarming rate in my small city, man. I'm putting in some pain the man way, like putting in some work. Get at me, holler at me, you feel me?
Yeah.
Get at me, get at me.
I got a question.
Yeah, talk to me.
So one of my questions would be, you know, young boys, young guys
Yeah.
will see you in the making right now, you know, flashy, you know, whatever. What would you tell your younger self? You know, is there a message you would tell? I always ask this question on the show because, again, it's about motivating, you know, the younger generation or just motivating our community to put the guns down, to, you know, make different choices.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying. My message, for one, is to number one, when you get to a certain age, you should understand the differences between a want and a need. You feel me? Focus on the needs, the necessities. You know, like those habits of educating yourself in the realm that you want to be successful in. So if you want to be a basketball player, get on the gym and be a sponge around those who are, you know, made it to the level that you're trying to get. Take notes, you feel me? As far as, you know, me, you know, I rarely come out like this, you feel me? Like, I'm the type, I come with a regular t-shirt
dress up for the Buzy With B show.
But I'm moving around a little different. I'm doing a lot of different things. So just already being prepared on how I prep myself is real important, because I also want to let the youngins see, man, I don't got to do all that. I don't got to put a bunch of negative energy out in the world to obtain these things. And when you see somebody with something, you don't know what they've been through, what they had to do to obtain it, and you damn sure don't know what they going through to maintain it.
Exactly.
So before you jump in, you know, make sure you're under control. Make sure you're your own boss. You educating yourself and being a sponge, and make sure that you understand everybody, you know, not gonna put in the same work that you put in with your 24 hours. So some people's perspective might be different from yours. They might look at you as a meal ticket and try to take that from you, as well as your life. You gotta understand with the energy that it attracts, and I understand what come with it. So I move in faith, not in fear. And, you know, I stay out the way for real. You don't see, you know, the only time you see me is when I'm coming out to do something legendary, and then I'm back with my family. I'm back out the way. I'm back, you know, planning things and, you know, trying to add the next step, next chapter of my book of life. You feel me?
That's one thing I can't say.
Yeah.
That is so true. So true, so positive. All of that good stuff. And I just wanted you to touch on that, because a lot of times, you know, they will see certain things, and, you know, the media, everybody already have us plugged based on what we drive, based on how we look, you know, things like that. So I just wanted you to talk to the youngest self and let them know.
Man. Discover the legend that's living inside of you. Everybody was sent here with a divine purpose, man. You know, the biggest two moments in your life is the day that you're born and the day that you realize why you were born. So once you discover that, everything else should be a nice journey for you. Go put in some work.
You definitely talking my language.
Come on now.
And so when we saying that, we're talking about we use the word as being woke, you know, and kind of going through that journey. And life is a process, and going through the process of just really discovering who you are and what you want to become and be a part of. So, guys, Mike, he don't know I'm gonna ask him this, right? So everybody else knows that on the Buzy With B show, I do like to surprise my guests.
Come on, talk to me.
So I just want to lighten the mood a little bit, you know, because we talking, we having a good time. But Mike do music, and I want him to send some music to the studio.
I'ma send something too. I ain't really been putting myself out there in a music form, because I just like. That's one of the reasons why, you know, my hiatus was like so intense, because it wasn't nothing from the music field coming from me. Like I didn't have it
though. I've been listening, like, you know, whenever you're going to be a guest on the show, I'm always, you know, stalking your IG, seeing what you're doing out there, and I'm just saying, like, I've never really got to like privilege your music.
Yeah, so, I got you. I'ma sing you. I put together. I had to get a lot of business straight too.
Okay.
I had to definitely rearrange some things, get a lot of business straight, because at the end of the day, this is the you know, make sure my family got to be straight and well off. So definitely getting the business straight. But I definitely put a folder together for you and just zip it through via email.
I love it. That's one of the
something.
things that I do. I highlight our black artists in the community.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes,
for sure,
guys.
For sure.
We are gonna come back. I got more surprises. Okay, for Mike. Okay,
Yeah.
we still getting to know the man. We talking about it all. It's no hose bar. When we come back, I got more surprises for him. Okay.
Come on with it.
Brief little break.
Yeah.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful. So we are back, guys. So if you following me, most of you guys are out there. Thank you so much. I like to surprise my guests. I like to ask them questions. I just like to see them like squirm a little bit, right? And so y'all know this is a Buzy With B show. We got a handsome fella sitting right here. And let's just start with the ladies want to know, are you single?
Man, I am not single, and I'm definitely not ready to mingle. I'm out the way. I'm off the market. If you coming this way, stop it and pocket. Please put your car in reverse, or I might get put in a hearse.
Oh, yeah, that was his lady last night.
Nah, that wasn't my lady last night.
No, hey, listen, before we came on the air, I had to share a story with Mike. Because I'm like, Mike always calling me from like these weird numbers. And so I know he coming up on the show. It's a little late at home, so I get a call. It's like 11 something. That's late for me because I do have a 1-year-old. So we in the bed, we chilling, and on my phone ring, and this is like this guy. He used my real name, and I'm like, is this a prank? And you hear a girl in the background, she going crazy. I'm like, who is this? But then it didn't even matter. But it made me ladies. I'm not the only one that would be curious who that guy is, okay? Don't do that. Don't ever be that insecure. Don't you do that, ladies, okay? Okay. You don't do nothing but make me want to call that number the next morning like, who is that? So, Mike, where you been? Everybody want to know where you been, what you been doing. You all well traveled.
Man, I've been, it got to a point where I was asking the same thing. Where is Mike D'Angelo? I just drew a blank, man. You know, of course, I was putting on my page, I had some legal issues that I was, up against. You know, a string of warrants and stuff like that I had to, like, really, really, like, just sit down and be on man time and handle. Going through that whole process of filing motions with my lawyer and stuff like that. Just going through that whole, that whole chapter was.
I can remember when I was trying to get you before, and you was like, Queen. Oh, y'all, the ladies, he talk like this. He talk, Queen. He let you know you're a queen. He like, Queen. I'm like, no, Mike. I'm just trying to get you on the show.
Yeah.
But it's good to know that you handling things and you here with us.
I'm back with it, man. I just, after going through that and, just taking my mental capacity just became catastrophic. So I had to, like, really just be still, stay off the radar, wasn't on social media or anything like that for about almost 10 months, 11 months. I just literally got back on. I literally just got back on. Like, the day of the walk is when I got back on. You feel what I'm saying?
I gotta ask you, when is your birthday? Because I'm so in the signs. When your birthday?
The 8th of August, man. I just had one.
Oh, you a Leo?
Come on, man. Leo's lion, man. Leo the lion.
Leo. Okay. Ladies, Leo. Oh, he off the market, but ladies, Leo. Okay.
Straight up.
No, but yeah, we're just getting to know you.
Yeah, straight up.
So, what are some of the things coming up? You have anything coming up?
Oh man, I'm putting together a night with Mike D'Angelo right in the heart of my city. Gonna have an orchestra playing behind me. A night, it's gonna be mic'd up. It's gonna be real stories, real music from a perspective where it's gonna be intimate. Everybody can come out and be a part of the festivities of me.
Send me the flyer or something.
Nah, there's no flyer yet. It's really like on the back end of being planned. Due to COVID, restrictions. That's the barrier that I'm fighting through right now. Was just negotiating the exact day. I got a lot of friends within the industry that's gonna come through and do surprise performances and surprise interviews and just be there to support me.
I'm so excited to get the first invitation.
Yeah.
To be behind the scenes, doing the interviews, holding it down for I'm glad.
Yeah, so I'm working on a night with Mike D'Angelo. It's gonna be somewhat like an intimate unplug show, like a performance and stuff like that, where I'm gonna pull out a lot of people and put some love and put some motivation and some good tunes in people's hearts that are, just being created, that I'ma finally put out. I'm coming back around that corner. For as far as my artistry and stuff like that, so I'm very excited about that because I miss that aspect of Mike D'Angelo. So many people just see the philanthropy part, and it kind of suffocated, my calling, which is with the music and my passion and stuff like that. So coming back around that corner feel real nice. I've been creating some of the most beautifulest music, some of the most personal, passionate music that I probably have ever created. Just going through that.
Going through so much, it just happens. It happens like that.
Yeah.
And that's I heard a piece of one of your songs on Instagram. So guys, what y'all don't know, Mike, he normally has a videographer with him most of the time. And I love it.
Shout out to Hatch, man. My brother Hatch, man. Shout out. Let me give him his drop, man. That guy right there. When I'm in the hoods, when I'm in the streets, when I'm traveling across the country, when I'm doing these things, man, Hatch, he right there in the heart of it too. He risking his life too, you feel me?
Yeah.
Just to document it, man. That's my boy, that's my brother, that's my dog. Man, shout out to Hatch and everything he doing, man. He one of them people, one of them days I'm just trying to pull up on him and just throw him a big duffel, a house in the car, or something like that.
It's like that, right?
That's my boy.
That's your energy. Your energy is you're going to take care of home. You're going to take care of family. And that's what I feel off your energy because I in the real, I hate using the word woke. But this brother right here, just, I'm all about energy. And I don't really talk about my spiritual journey on my show. But I'm gonna use this time to announce, the Busy Being Beautiful show. It's gonna be geared towards women and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying his energy is really dope, guys. And what I'm saying is, you guys will understand the word woke, but definitely he is walking his path and trusting his process.
Straight up.
And so we just gotta do it. You gotta walk by faith, even when you don't understand. And trust me, it's deeper to just what we see.
Right,
okay.
Right.
So I mean, being woke is just seeing past everything else that's going on that they like plainly put in front of you.
Right.
So I won't get into it on this show. But you guys definitely want to tune in. I haven't even talked to Jeremy about this. I don't know where I'm going to do this show at yet. I've been approached by radio and all that good stuff. So it's a lot of great things happening for Buzy With B. And I'm going to be following this guy. I always do. Man. I'm inspired. I've always told you that.
Yeah, for sure.
From day one. I'm like, I'm so inspired. So I'm inspired. Because one thing I picked up years ago was just like, you're not afraid.
Can't be.
You just do you.
Yeah, it can be. You can't be afraid, man. Like you gotta, like once you know that this is your gift and you own it, it's like the best part of it is just letting the world know that you obtained it, that you got it. So I like being in it. Man, I'm a Leo too, so you know how us Leos are. We like that spotlight. We like that. We just like that vibe. I know when the spotlight. I'm afraid of the moment, cause I'm being me. I'm being Mike D'Angelo. You feel me?
And whoever don't like it, just fall off the goddamn wagon, basically.
That's what it is. Catch a couple of, hey, put your arm out, put your L out for your taxi and get up in there and get up out of here.
Like this.
Yeah, right there.
Hey.
Yeah.
So, y'all, one more thing, though. What I was about to say. Y'all know I be going off the top of the dome, first of all.
Come on with it. I'm with you.
One thing I wanted to say was, I know we talk a lot about gun violence and we talk a lot about the kids, but we've been seeing time and time again, us as black men, time and time again being shot down. We've just lost another brother that you can clearly see walking away. He was in Michigan. He was walking away. He broke up a fight, actually. Wisconsin, sorry.
In Wisconsin, yeah.
And I'm gonna tell y'all the one thing that I really don't watch the news that much because it's just all about keeping us fear-based. Everything I do, I operate out of love. So it's just hard for me to always keep up. So I try to keep someone around me to kind of keep me in tune. What's going on? So shout out to Mike. He's in the studio. He is my Frank. You know how Ellen got her Frank? That's my Frank. So guys, I'm just saying that, how do you feel about that? Because it's us.
I mean, what more can we say? This is a revolving door. If you're not outraged about it and don't feel like it can easily be you, and then we had a huge disconnect. How do I feel about the police? We blindly just put ourselves out there to just put that as the main tag of it, police. Let's strip the uniform away from them. Let's strip all that away from them. They still got that within their heart. They got that within their life. They got that within their teachings. Why? Because they was taught that if you put a white baby and a black baby in the same crib, they're not going to kill each other off of racism. They're not going to hate each other off of racism. You feel me? So this is hate versus love. When you put the people that hate us, the people that hate themselves within a uniform that's supposed to protect and serve, that's supposed to move in the form of doing that for civilians. None of these people that's getting murdered are not civilians in that situation. We get pulled over, they take the power of our hands away, they handcuff us. So without your hands, you can't do nothing for real. Then they use those things to protect their lives and serve us with warrants and bullets. So at what point do we keep picking up our phone and recording it? You feel me? Unfortunately, there's a lot of battles will be lost for the war to be won. So we got to remember, as soon as we walk at that door, we stepping outside it. Every day it's a war. It's a war going on outside. Mobb Deep said that. You feel me? And that's the war that we up against. So when we killing each other, I look at it like this, man. We killing potential, problem solvers, potential leaders, potential soldiers. We killing each other. So, and they killing us. The food,
they killing us. We killing each other. It's
so,
just
like what's the upside to all this? There's no upside to all this. We gotta like really take black back, take love back, and the love gotta overpower the hate. You feel me? Like I know some people personally that I probably done came up with, or I done had dealings with that are police officers, but they not bad people on the inside. You feel me? They do what they gotta do, but like I tell them, when you put on that uniform, it's like it's an energy, it's a vibe, it's a state of paranoia that it'll put a person into. No matter if you innocent or a good cop, you just as guilty because that's what you standing for. You feel me? And we guilty for being black. We guilty for being innocent bystanders. So for a person walking away, they got all this training, all these different tools. Why is it a gun always the primary? Why?
I just knew they was tasing a guy.
Man, you ain't hear them shots, man. When you
no,
heard the taser sound like that?
So this is the thing. I told you I didn't even have the sound on. I couldn't even watch it. It's getting to that point where it's hard for me as a black woman, or just like as a mom. It's just hard for me to watch. And I shouldn't be sitting here saying, yes, I'm fortunate that I have 2 girls, because it's not. I still need to teach them some things about protection and just all of that. But it's scary. So even when I'm strolling on social media, which that's how I get most of my news, I didn't even want to turn the sound on. Shout out to Trayon White. That's who posted it. So I was like, okay, is this in DC? I read the comments. I really didn't watch the video because it's getting that tough for me. And I'm really concerned about what I intake, right? Because like I said, I don't get spiritual on this show, but I'm protective about what I let in, right? Because I know that I'm a healer. I know that. So it's just, I didn't watch the video.
Right.
I didn't watch the full video, guys.
You got to see. That's what I'm saying. You got to take that. You got to, spend some time to absorb that, because however it immediately makes you feel, this is the importance of your platform.
Really?
You got to think about it. You got a platform where people going watch and listen and stop. So those little messages and that information, they gonna rely on you to be their news.
I get so angry. I get so.
You forfeit that when you decide to do this.
Yeah.
What you trying to talk to yourself on the podcast? You
I
ain't trying
know,
to just
right?
talk to yourself.
No, I don't. No.
Nah, you got to do what.
I gotta do the tough work.
You got to do the tough work now. That's what you signed up for. Like sometimes, like you think I want to get in the middle of gunfights and gunfire and beefs. Yeah. Nah, but I think outside of myself, like, what if it was mine? What if it was yours? It could be. So if I can get out there and, not talk bravery, not talk, about what I'm planning to do, or just sitting behind the phone, I'm gonna get out there and put my 10 toes on the ground and try to, build a path for a safe way, a safe passage. You see on the picture, shout out to DeMont Pender, the painting. He does a painting every year at the finish line of the walk, and you see Safe Zone. Within my speech at the finish line last year, this year that I just did, Safe Zone is a project that I'm building. I'm looking into opening up schools, a Safe Zone school and a brand, to not only help a kid when they're at the bound, they got that bat in their hand and the world throws that speeding ball of hatred and oppression towards them. They hit this ball and they launch their dreams out. They run from first base, second base, third base. What's the last base called? Home. So they slide home, and guess what? The umpire says, safe zone. So when these kids is out chasing their dream, they running around, even crossing through the projects, we need 24-hour, an assistance line, a school, so many different things that we can help them, get them out the way. The streets is going to be the streets. That's a different conversation. That's a different type of angle that you got to attack. But let's at least get a safe zone for, innocent bystanders, kids, youth, parents, stuff like that, to get under one roof and be out the way at times like that. Never knowing when it's coming, but you never know when it's coming. But I feel like that'll help. What I offer to do is everything that I know, all my resources. I plan to teach kids. I plan to teach them how to record, make music, write music. Even philanthropy work, man. These kids that want to sign up to be in a school, you gotta come with a consistent line of philanthropy work in the city. You gotta campaign and take the Be Legendary and Safe Zone tag extremely serious, because you guys are gonna, long after Mike Dangelo is gone, y'all gotta keep that torch going, and hopefully, you know, it gets to where we need it to be to make sure everybody's safe.
Claiming it. It's gonna get. I mean, first of all, I love the concept.
Yeah.
Safe zone, exactly that. When you figuring out first, second, third base. See, I remember that first time I heard it, and then you home.
Yeah.
If you don't get it, you know, and if you don't truly claim that, like we can claim that,
right.
You know, because one thing that I've seen about you is consistency.
Come on.
So you just keep being consistent.
Yeah.
Just like, I mean, that's one thing one of my good friends told me. You be consistent, and the universe will take care of the rest. So I'm just saying, you keep doing what you're doing, and I can't wait to visit your first safe zone.
Yeah,
and bring my cameras and come out there
and
do my thing.
I can't wait.
And then you also gave me another teaching moment, because I'm always thinking about me. I'm a little selfish, just a little bit.
Yeah, man.
But it's just, you know, like I told you, I've always looked up from the first day that I met you. So even to now, like, here it is. You gave me another moment that I need to reflect on, because this is what I signed up for. This is what I love, and I do want to deliver the news the correct way.
Because you're going to be a lot of people that's curious and, you know, that's intrigued about knowing what's going on, to go to the same people that you said is lying about it.
Yeah.
You can get up on here and tell the truth.
I mean,
that's gonna help. That's gonna help with a long way, because you never know where they're gonna take that information. They might take it in their home. They might take it in their hood. They might take it in the schools.
I mean, everything I post is about keeping us woke and keeping us asking questions. Whether we talking about the corona, it doesn't really exist. We all laugh at Trump, but I'm just saying, it's so many different things that I throw out there, because I want us to start talking about things. But I mean, mainly one of the things that Mike Dangelo is about is gun violence, and I just say yes, he brings a lot of highlights to the younger kids that get killed. But I want to just know that, I mean, our sons out there, our daughters out there, shout out to Breonna Taylor, just things like that, guys, that we need to be aware. We already fighting against enough. Put the guns down, for real. I mean, do we need to create places where we can just go and scrap? Like, whatever we need to do, we need to love on us so much, man.
They wasn't taught that. To give pain, you got to take pain. They wasn't taught that. That's why a lot of them do it, because they never felt the consequences and repercussions of their actions. That's why, once that happened, it's a total silence. And the people that's in position, like, put it to you like this. You see the clubs opening, right?
Yeah.
You see the businesses are opening back up, where they're already open. Name one recreation center you've seen open yet.
No schools, no clubs. Like you say, everything you're saying, but it's all about really seeing and not sitting back and just watching this stuff happen, but using your voice. Have you noticed that our freedom of speech is really gone? Like, the people that's really telling the truth about things, you don't see them on the internet. Like, they shut things down.
Think about it, though. The freedom of speech not done. You know what's done? The action within freedom.
Okay.
Living free. We can say whatever we want, but when we try to execute it, look what happened to us. Yeah. When we sit there and go back into a dialogue with an officer knowing our rights, they get offended and kill us. We not living free. Nope. You feel me? And we still saying what we want to say, how we want to say it, but they don't respect it, because when in our neighborhoods, man, most of the murders that happen, it don't even make the news.
Nope.
Most of the murders that happen don't even make the news. So, like I said, it all starts with us. This is a problem that we can fix. You feel me? And you doing a solid job on building a platform that's gonna be, so engraved in, the legacy of not only our generation. Like, we both pushing within this one generation. You feel me? What lies for the tomorrow? You got to create something. So you got to create that assembly line for people that want to get to where you gonna go.
Exactly.
Get there the safe way. So
exactly.
you can be in a safe zone on certain days, teaching media, teaching.
Everything you saying, we're gonna make sure we stay in contact.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I plug your weird number in my phone so I can know it's Mike Dangelo. But it's a lot of great things.
My number a Cali number,
okay,
man.
So,
everybody say my number weird. It's just a Cali.
You know how it is. I'm a Southeast 202 baby. Okay, but no, that wasn't him. It was a 6 something number. So it was like a New York number.
Yeah, I don't get that like that.
But guys, everything I'm doing is just about uplifting young girls, okay?
Yeah.
So we maybe could combine and just like bring it all together, you know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out.
So we gonna definitely stay in contact, be part of your safe zone and the Buzy Band Beautiful movement. And,
for sure. For sure.
We gonna work it all out.
That's legendary. Nothing short of it. You know, God willing, we make it to tomorrow. And within our tomorrow, we do something so catastrophic and so impactful that whether we make it into the next day or not, our legacy will keep living on. So keep on pushing at it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Guys, we are coming to the end of the show.
Yep.
So I'm always super excited when I get to do what I love. And I think just recently, I'm going to close out the show just saying that, you know, I woke up and I said, you know, Buzy With B is going to be my first priority because I'm going to go back to just saying living free.
Yeah.
My job, and I'm sent here, it's my birthright to live free.
That's right.
And I mean, what COVID did for me, guys, is just woke me up. It made me realize that going to work, going to 9 to 5, you know, I'm not fulfilled. And then when I got to my second child, who's a year old, and I'm just I don't want to miss this like I've been missing it. So guys, I'm going hard. This is my first love, my first priority. Like I said, I'm about to introduce a new podcast, Buzy Band Beautiful. It's going to be for us ladies. We're going to talk about all our things, all our issues. We're going to play music. We're going to dance. We're going to cry. We're going to laugh. We're going to get it all in. But I'm still going to have this Buzy With B show. You know, I'm going to be right here, Listen Vision. I'm trying to see where I'm going to do the other one at. But we'll figure it out. I got to get with my man. We'll figure it all out. But, guys, it's going down. It's all about building. It's all about building, what you say, being legendary.
Being legendary. 2 L's up. You
being
already
legendary.
Know. Come on. Both of them to the sky. Say it out loud, man. Just be legendary.
Be legendary. So I love it. Like I said, I appreciate you. Anytime you can show up for me, you know. And so what I'm saying is, like, when I hit him up, I'm like, Mike, can you come through the show on Monday? He always traveling. He always gone. Yeah. He like, for you, Queen, I'm going to be there. I'm like, thank you.
Put on, man.
Yeah, because of COVID, I'm putting the show together week by week. Yeah. I mean, before COVID, I had shows planned out months ahead of time. But, guys, when I tell you I love exactly what I'm doing and I'm enjoying this platform, I'm enjoying the followers, I'm enjoying the support. Ladies, I love looking out and seeing you in the Buzy With B sweatsuits. I got to do something for the men because y'all been asking where y'all stuff at. Yeah. But guys, each and every Monday right here on Listen Vision Live, I can't tell you what I'm doing next week, but I'm working on something. How about that? We gonna do a cookout or something. I don't know. I might gotta bring you back out, Mike. You gotta come to the cookout. Yeah, you gotta come to the Buzy With B cookout.
Tap in, man.
Yeah.
Just tap in, you know.
But guys, I love you. I will see you right here next Monday on the Buzy With B show. Peace. Busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving